Hello everyone, this is Optimus Prime, and today we're taking a look at the Transformers Studio Series Rise of the Beast number 106 Leader Class, Optimus Primal. This is a figure I was anticipating for a very long time, and it is finally here. Now, I did order this off of Amazon. I originally had him ordered on Hasbro Pulse, but it was going to take a little bit longer, and it would have been a little bit more expensive, so I canceled my Pulse pre-order and I ordered this off Amazon hoping that I wouldn't get scammed, and luckily I didn't get scammed, so yippee. But yeah, so he got here quicker than what I would have had to wait for on Pulse 4, and I ended up having to pay like $5 less, so that's a win. But here he is amazing. I'm just gonna say this right now, this figure is outstanding. I just love the way that this figure looks. Now I'm gonna do one thing real quick because it bothers me tremendously that this is the actual transformation, but yeah, I don't know what Hasbro was thinking by not making these the main forearms. This just makes sense. This looks more accurate. Why like that? And luckily the fists are slanted inwards when doing this, because like they're slanted outward. It just looks weird, but this looks so much better. You have these parts right here which kind of make the biceps look a lot bulkier, which I do like, and it covers up the screws. So yeah, except when you bend the elbow, it kind of uncovers them, but not a huge deal. But yes, this is such a great, amazing figure in my opinion, and he looks amazing. But just going in on the detail, we get a pretty nicely painted face. My only gripe is that it's not accurate. I feel like he's a little like darker than he should have been compared to like how he looked in the movie, but it's not huge. Like, I love the way that the face is sculpted. It looks so nice. We get a nice metallic green for the eyes, we get some silver for the head, we get some black for kind of like these parts around the head. The mouth is the only thing that's like kind of bland in my opinion, because it's like matches the rest of the plastic, but hey, not a huge deal, but very nicely sculpted head. The overall chest and abdomen area is sculpted very nicely and painted very nicely at that. I love the rough texturing here on the pectorals. We get a lot of silver kind of scratched up paint here in the abdomen area, lots more nice sculpt work. I do have a little tiny bit of paint chipping here and here on the abdomen area, but it's not too big of a problem. We get some more bumpy detail right here on the shoulders. We get some fur detail as well, more silver paint, which looks very nice. Lots more painted and sculpted detail. The rest of this is more so just kind of sculpted in this kind of color plastic. We get some more painted detail back here in the legs and on here on the sides. But yeah, now proportionately, my only gripe is the legs don't look the best, but they did what they could, and that's fine. But yeah, in terms of proportions, like front facing, he looks amazing. I absolutely love the way that this figure looks. Now, for a comparison, I do want to compare him with the Voyager class mainline Optimus Primal, and as you can see, lots and lots of differences. I mean, there are some similarities here and there, but yeah, you can see that there's a lot of differences, and that's mainly you have the size, because it's leader class, Voyager class. But yeah, definitely prefer this guy over this. Like, this is a fun figure. This is a fun toy, but this is just better in every way possible. But yeah, lots and lots of differences. This obviously has the better sculpt and paint work, more accurate, of course. This guy, while he's still good, yeah. Now, Optimus Primal here does come with quite the assortment of accessories, and it's mainly due to the fact that, well, he didn't exactly meet okay, so this is a leader class, but he's smaller than most leader class figures, so yeah. But the way that they helped kind of fix that essentially was by including a bunch of accessories. So we actually get quite a bit of stuff with this figure. To start off with, we do get his included swords that we always see with Optimus Primal. These look amazing in my opinion. They're painted in this very, very nice silver, and there is a little bit of color separation here on these parts right here, which looks very nice. But it's primarily just, you know, light, like a dark gray to like a blackish blue, and then like a nice painted silver. So we do get those. We also get this included chain, which can attach to both of the swords, and this chain looks very, very nice. Now, some of the accessories that he does come with serves another purpose, which I'll get into later on, but if you really want to, there's a little connection port here at the end. Connect that at, whoa, that is tight, at the, wow, I don't know if that's gonna, okay, let's switch this around. Come on, there we go. So plug that in. You have a, whoa, even that, whoa, okay, that doesn't want to cooperate. There we go. Okay, you got that, and that you could have like a smaller chain, or you can connect that there. Come on, there we go, and connect this there. That'll is a little bit looser, but hey, you can have that, and that is, wow, that's a thing. That is a thing, and it's oh, and there, that one. But yeah, so you can do that, which is pretty neat. Okay, let's connect that. There we go. But yeah, you also do have storage options for these. You can store them. There's these ports on the back, and these little, you know, tabs right here. Just slot them in there like that, so you can have them stored on his back like such. Or there that went. That is, or you could have them on the legs, but that doesn't really store very well, so it works better in robot mode. Just trust me on that one. But we do have those. Another inclusion we have is the transwarp key, and this looks so cool in my opinion. It has a lot of really nice sculpted detail, and it just looks great overall. We get some silver paint for majority of the transwarp key, as well as the orange on the inside. It's not clear, but it is painted metallic. And another cool thing is you can separate it. 1 second. There. Yeah, that is a very tight connection. But you can have them split into 2 parts, and that looks great. You have, like, you know, one for, you know, the good team and one for the bad team. Yeah. But you know, it's just, you know, pull right there. You just connect it right there, and there you go. There you have the complete transwarp key. And something cool is you can have Primal hold it, which is very nice. You do have to like kind of open up the hand a bit, and there, and you can have him hold it. And so yeah, that's, you know, that's the thing you could do. And yeah, but yeah, so that's something you could do. And last but not least, the final accessory that we do get is Optimus Prime's axe. And this is one of my favorite accessories in the set. It just looks so good. We get all of that nicely sculpted detail. None of this is painted, unfortunately. It would have been cool to see, like, you know, I don't know, some clear orange maybe at the end of that, but hey, not a huge deal. I'm fine with it the way that this looks. But yeah, lots and lots of nice detail there. And yes, Primal can in fact hold Optimus Prime's axe, which is very nice, just like that. And there you go, you have a monkey with an axe. So yeah, so you do have options as such. Now, something that is pretty cool is that the chain is for Battle Trap. I'll just say that now. But this is my own little integration for the chain in vehicle mode for Battle Trap. So Battle Trap does actually have like a chain like in the back of this vehicle mode. So I figured, like, you know, just find like an integration for it in the vehicle mode. And this is what I came up with. And it's not the best. It doesn't really plug into anything, unfortunately. But I think it works pretty well. And yeah, like, you know, I'll just kind of, you know, leave that for you guys to kind of check out so you know how to integrate it if you want to try this with yours. But yeah, so this is just something I came up with, and I think it looks pretty cool. Now, when it comes to Primal's articulation in gorilla mode, we do have a ball joint in the head, so he can look up about that much and down about that much. He does have an opening jaw, which does open very wide. Kind of scary how that works though, but yeah. So you do have that, and you do have some rotation as well, and more rotation when you bring the head down like such, which is very nice. The arms are on a butterfly pivot right here, which is very cool. Arms can rotate all the way around like that. We have movement in the shoulder pads like that. We do have a bend at the elbow. This unfortunately comes out more, but this is supposed to be part of the bicep, so yeah. We do have a swivel at, well, we do have a swivel at the bicep as well. I should mention that. We do have a swivel at the wrist, which can go all the way around. And the fingers move not individually, but we do have like a split finger movement in like 2 sets of the fingers, so that is very nice. But yeah, so we do have that. We do have a slight, we don't really have much motion at the legs. I mean, you kind of do, but it's not very natural. But the legs can move out about that much and back about that much. And we do have full splits, which is very nice. And we don't have like really a knee or anything. All we really have is like movement over here and like this part of the leg, and it just kind of untabs sometimes, so that's not the most fun, but hey, it's something you could do. Now there is another mode for this kind of mode, I guess you can say, and it's pretty much just like a standing mode. So all you got to do is just like bring the feet down like so, bring down the legs like that, bring the arms down like so, and bring down the head, and there's the standing mode. And it's silly, but it's something he does in the movie, so hey, it's something you can do, and it's something that he did in Beast Wars too. So yeah, you got options there, but it does look very nice. And if you really want to
stand down, I'm not the one to fear, Prime. I won't ask a second time.
So yeah, just having these two together, just like posed this way, it just looks so good. I love it. But yeah, so you could pull off the the stand down pose, and it's great. I love it. But now I kind of do want to go over how some of the accessories do integrate with the figures. With Optimus Prime, his axe, you can just hold it like this. This, unfortunately, as far as I know, is the only way the axe can interact with the figure, is just holding it, which, that's normal, but there's no storage feature for it, unfortunately, because all I could see is this port right here, and that's mainly for like the chain and like other parts of Primal, but it's not really, there's nothing really for Prime. Only thing you really can do is if you want to like pop it in the back of the vehicle mode, that's really about it. But overall, the axe, it looks very cool. Some people were complaining, like saying that the axe looks a little too small. I can understand that, but it looks fine to me. Honestly, it doesn't look like too like ungodly small. This kind of like looking at it from this perspective, it looks right to me. Like in terms of like trying to remember like what it was like in the movie. This looks about right. So I'm not going to complain, because this seems about right for the size of the axe. But it looks really cool with him holding it. And but yeah, so that's something you can do with Prime. So yeah. Now, the way the chain integrates with Battle Trap is pretty interesting. So here we have like the chain here, and here we have the mace accessory that it comes with. Now, originally I was thinking that this would integrate somehow in here, but it doesn't really have like any place to go. Then I realized that there's ports here on the side for this to plug into, and that's pretty much, actually I'm going to use the other port because that one's a little loose. But plug that there, and there we go, and just plug that in there like that. That's also kind of loose. Hold up. Okay, I guess I'm gonna go with that. But yeah, so there we have that, and all you got to do is integrate the the chain. Just rotate this around and bring this up like that. There's a port right here, and this will just plug into that port like so. And yeah, he has his chain. Okay, so this looks better in my opinion. However, I'm just not a fan of how this integrates. I don't. There's really no other way they could have done it. But this looks so awkward, and it's even worse too because it works awkwardly in general. It just flops over. There's the chain completely weighs it down, and it doesn't really do it. It happened on both sides, like that. That's how. Like there's a simple fix for that, but it's so annoying. Now it's staying. Now it's staying. So there's that. So you could do that, but it's just like why is that so that's so loose. Like I don't get it. But hey, there you went. Now, when it comes to Transwarp Key, this can pretty much interact with any character you have, but me personally, I think it just works a lot better with Scourge. I just think it does because, you have the main villain, everyone is fighting him over this relic, and it just makes sense for him to have it, And I like the way it looks with him, It looks very, very cool. So yeah, lots and lots of options with all the accessories that you have, and I love compatibility like that. Just to show them all off together, here we have all of the Studio Series Maximals, well, except Ape Link, but all the main 4 Maximals from Rise of the Beast. And I just feel so complete because I love how all of these look together. It's just, it's perfection. It's just perfection in my eyes. It looks so good. But yeah, here we have him with Rhinox, Cheetor, and Airazor, and oh my god, I love this. I can't believe I have all 4 Maximals from Rise of the Beasts. This looks amazing. And here we have all 3 leaders of each faction from Transformers Rise of the Beasts. And again, it just looks so good. All of these together, I just love the way, you got Primal, Scourge, and Optimus Prime. Absolutely amazing. But now that we've pretty much gotten everything out of the way for Optimus Primal in his Gorilla Mode, let us move on to the transformation. And here we have the Transformers Studio Series Rise of the Beast Leader Class Optimus Primal in his robot mode, and he looks fantastic. The absolute level of accuracy in this figure is insane. We get so much detail, sculpted detail, painted detail, whatever, in this figure. Moving in on the head sculpt, we do have a lot of very nice sculpting in the head. We got some silver paint for the head crest, silver paint for the eyebrows, silver paint for the mask, green, like that same metallic green paint that we got from the eyes in the gorilla mode in the eyes of the robot mode. That looks amazing. We get a sculpted mouth, which looks very nice. We don't really see that in the movie necessarily. It's either usually a full mask or his entire gorilla face, but in the Optimus Prime like head shaped face, it's really cursed. But this looks fantastic. We actually get a Maxima logo right here. It's very hard to tell. We actually got it on the gorilla mode as well, but it was also kind of hard to see. But yeah, it is there. We do get some silver paint for these parts. It is also kind of battle damage. Get some more here as well as there, as well as the forearms. We pretty much saw most of this detail in gorilla mode, but there is some more detail in robot mode. For example, we get a lot of cracks in here in this whole chest area. We get some abdomen detailing. We get some more exposed leg detailing, which looks very nice. The robot mode shins look very nice. We do get more of this exposed, which is great. More of that battle damage silver and all of that kind of stuff. Some more kind of fur, which we did see in gorilla mode, and the feet as well, which are new to robot mode. Another thing is always flip out the heel spurs, because this is something that I almost did not see when transforming this for the first time. So yeah, always flip these out, because yeah, you don't want an incomplete transformation. But just overall figure itself looks absolutely amazing in my opinion. It just looks so good. Now Optimus Primal can hold his little swords. Just pop them in to his hands like such and like so. And there you have him with his swords, and that looks absolutely outstanding in my opinion. And another thing you can do, one thing that's kind of bothering me are these feet, the way that they work, because they keep like slanting forward and he wants to tip over. So yeah, that's fun. But anyways, another cool thing you could do, take these out and like that, and you can actually connect them. Well, actually it'd be better if I did it with him holding it. Just connect them like so and like so. And he has a dual wielding thing with the swords, and it looks so good. I absolutely love the way that looks. I can't stress enough how cool this is. And oh my god, he always wants to tip over. This is the one annoying thing about this figure. But yeah, very, very nice in my opinion. Of course, you can also utilize the chain in robot mode. You can also store the swords on the side ports, on the thighs. Also, one thing I do want to mention, he has very wide hips. That's really my only complaint about the proportion on this figure, just the wide hips. But yeah, anyways, you can still store them on his back. You can store Optimus Prime's axe on the side as well. And of course, you could also pull this off, and it looks so good. Now, I've pretty much covered articulation in, like, at least most of the articulation. There is some that, there is new articulation once you get into robot mode, but the head can look up about that far and down about that far, look side to side, and that's really about it. It is very limited by this back neck collar piece. So yeah, the arms can actually butterfly backwards instead of forwards like in gorilla mode. So, but that's because, this is the back in gorilla mode, this is the front. So yeah. But of course, we already know how the arms work. The hands, of course, are different in robot mode, but they do function the same exact way as they do in gorilla mode. So yeah, but yeah, so now legs can kick forward that much and back that much, which is not too bad. Of course, we already know he can do the splits, rotation at the thigh, a very nice bend at the knee, and an impossible pivot and a toe bend. So articulation is very nice, and you can pull off a lot of very, very cool poses with this figure. And here we have all the Maximals together in robot mode, and again, they look amazing together. For another comparison, here we have next to Optimus Prime and next to Scourge. Overall, my final comments on this figure is I would highly recommend picking him up. Sorry, it is like 1 in the morning as I'm filming this. Actually, no, it's 2 in the morning. That's how tired I am. So yeah, but no, I would highly recommend picking up this figure. Now, here's the only drawback for some people: his size. As you will see, he is a bit shorter than Optimus Prime. Now, where he makes up for the price is within his, well, there's still bulk to him. Like, he's still a bulky figure, not to mention the engineering that's in the figure itself, as well as the amount of accessories that he comes with. And he comes with a lot. So he does meet the leader class price point just in that alone. But I'm in between on it, because I understand, but it doesn't necessarily mean that I have to like it. But you know, people, they're either gonna not mind it or they're gonna hate it. I'm just in between. As long as it's a good figure, which it very much is, I think that it's worth the price. It should be about $55 to $60, depending on where you're getting it from. I got mine for less than $60, like literally like 59 something. So I'd say I got a pretty good deal for it. Definitely better than what I would have gotten for him on Hasbro Pulse, and I would have had to wait even longer too. So it's a win-win. You know, I paid $5 less, and I ended up you know, getting him a little on the earlier side, so that is always fun. But yeah, definitely highly recommend picking this figure up. He's just worth it, in my opinion. You get all these accessories that correspond with many different figures and characters, and I love that. You get Optimus Prime's axe, you get Battle Trap's chain, you get the Transwarp key, which can already interact with, you know, quite a few figures as is. But yeah, highly recommend the figure. It's just great. But anyways, guys, that is about it for this review. I hope you all enjoyed. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.